Hey, this is Elle Christina, otherwise known as the Marketing Blondie, and I make videos about social media and internet marketing for online coaches, experts, and educators who want to grow an audience and make more sales online. So let's get into it. Today we're going to talk about social media marketing generally as a whole and a social media marketing strategy. And if you are an online coach, expert, or educator and you want to grow an audience using social media and creating content, because that's where it's at, right? The whole internet is content, and if you're not creating content, you're not going to get seen. So if you want a way to do that and a strategy to do that that actually works, then I'm going to tell you today about kind of different social media platforms, and we're not going to talk about all of the different ones, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a kind of framework that whichever platform you choose to market your business and create content on, the framework's kind of the same and it pretty much works across the board. So, and that framework is this. Let's just get straight into it. I don't edit my videos, it's all done in one take. The information is designed to be clear and concise because I want you to stay. So let's just go into it right now. So basically, every social media platform will have an algorithm. Now, you're never going to know what that algorithm is, but typically what the algorithms typically enjoy is keeping people on the platform, because that is how they make money. Money makes the world go round, and what makes a social media platform, it's money, particularly if companies are advertising on that platform, is more people on that platform at once. So the general idea with social media and content is that if your content is outperforming other people's and your content is keeping people on the platform for longer, then typically the platform is gonna be a bit nicer to you and push your content out to more people and go, okay, well, this amount of people are really enjoying this, maybe this audience will, and maybe those people will. So that's the kind of general consensus. Now, I don't officially kind of have, inside information on how exact algorithms work, for Instagram and YouTube and stuff like that. But that's a very, very good place to start. So if you are recording a video, for example, for YouTube, you're going to want to be thinking about, how can I get people to watch this all the way to the end and then go and binge my other videos? On Instagram, you're going to want to be thinking, how can I get people to stop scrolling when they see my post and then stay on my bit of content? For TikTok, I guess TikTok is very, very on to the next one. It's kind of designed to be that way. So with TikTok, I'm not entirely sure how you would end up keeping people on it, because the algorithm on TikTok seems to want to keep people on the platform, but it doesn't care whose videos it's watching. So you've got to have a really strong call to action on TikTok and a really strong video on TikTok to actually get someone to stop and then go and look at your profile and maybe see your other videos and binge on your other videos, and then click on the link or do whatever from that. So the whole Instagram Reels and TikTok thing is very, very much designed for just to keep people on the platform, but like onto the next one. I think that's why it's become really, really hard to market your business using Instagram Reels and TikTok, because it's just designed to just be very, very quick and over and done with in a flash. So in terms of your kind of social media marketing strategy, I would be thinking about your niche. So you've already niched down, you know who your dream client is, right? You know exactly who you want to sell to. So I would be creating content for that person as if you were just like in their world and in their head. You know the kind of problems that your dream client is dealing with. You just don't know exactly where they are in their journey yet. So it's important for you to be creating different pieces of content that might hit different members of your dream audience at the different stage of their journey that they're at, if that makes sense. And I think that the mistake that a lot of people make with their social media marketing strategy is that they'll post content that's very fluffy and well-rounded and a bit vanilla, and kind of where you sit on the fence a little bit, and you don't really attract anyone that way. So you always need to be creating content with your dream client in mind. How is this gonna hook them? How is this gonna serve them? And what can they do now that they've seen this piece of content that's gonna help them even more? Now, that being said, you don't always need a call to action at the end of your pieces of content. In fact, a lot of mine, usually on YouTube, I'll say subscribe and hit the bell or whatever, but I don't even normally say click the link in my bio to get this, because really I want to be coming from a place of serving. So just remember with your social media strategy that it's kind of serving and selling. I think that you do want to be on a social media platform where there's a multitude of different types of content. For example, Instagram, right? You can do stories, you can do lives, you can do carousels, you can do reels. You know, you could post reels and carousels that are very educational and informative, but then you could post daily stories selling, like hard selling. Like, this is what I've got, this is how it will help you, click here to buy it. But you can't really do that on, say, YouTube. So then you would have to be quite strategic in your YouTube strategy about, okay, how many of these videos am I going to post that are going to be educational to nurture the people who have subscribed and send them on the journey to buy something, versus how many videos are going to be more to attract people to me, and not necessarily selling there and then, but proving to people that I know what I'm talking about and they're going to get value from my channel and they're going to stick around before I've even mentioned what I have to offer. Does that make sense? So yeah, I know I waffled a little bit, but I know that a lot of people kind of come on looking for a social media marketing strategy, kind of thinking that there's a very, one size fits all for that. But I would say that those things are probably going to be like the fundamentals that you really want to think about first. Making sure that your content, let's do a recap, right? So number one was making sure that your content is going to keep people on whatever the platform is for as long as possible. That's the universal rule for the algorithms, I think. Number two is creating content with your dream client in mind and no one else. Don't think about the haters, don't think about your friends, don't think about your mum or your dads who are going to see your content and then you're like, oh, well, I want to change the language of that because I don't want people to see it and I'm going to be embarrassed. No, like, create your content with your dream customer in mind. And if that means that you have to be a little bit bitey and a little bit spicy sometimes, as long as you stay ethical and kind, that's often the best way, because you're being vocal about what you're really, really passionate about and you're calling things out and you're calling out the problems that your dream clients are having, and that's gonna attract them right to you. And then the third thing is to just bear in mind on the platform that you're on the different ways that you're going to be, are you going to be selling in that bit of content or are you going to be serving in that bit of content? You can often do both, but it's good to kind of keep it separate and do some videos for one and some videos for the other, or, carousels for serving and lives for selling or stories for selling, whatever it is, whatever platform you choose. I know I didn't really talk about any of the other platforms. Podcasts and stuff like that, like, again, yeah, if, I guess with podcasts, the more people click onto your episode and stay and listen to it, that's what the app will like. So again, an engaging podcast, if you're filming a video for YouTube, and the same thing as if you're recording a podcast for Spotify, always listen to it back or watch it back. And if you find yourself nodding off a bit or getting distracted, or like you're not really listening, you have to keep going back and listening because you're like, I just lost interest, then the chances are that your watcher or listener, your viewer or your listener is going to be doing the same thing. So you might want to go back, re-record it, and just bang, 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 be really concise and keep people hooked. throughout the whole episode. So again, if we're talking podcasts, it's another thing to kind of keep people on your channel, on the app. And you know, podcasts are very, very much for serving as well, serving in discussions. There's always a chance on a podcast to put a call to action at the end saying, go to this website here and join my email list, or buy this, or, you know, whatever it is. So yeah, I hope that information helped you. Stick around, subscribe, hit the bell notification for more videos for coaches, educators and experts on social media and internet marketing. If you want to grow your business and grow your audience and get more sales, you're in the right place. We're all doing this together. So stick around. I will see you in the next video.